torches burn bright. The lords of Ireland gathered that night. A feast was held, both rich and grand, for the greatest chief in all of the land. For fionn Mac Cumhaill, the Fianna's pride, had one fair Grainne to be his sweet bride, daughter to Cormac, Ireland's high king, the fairest of maids old Erin could sing. Though fionn was aged, his name was still grand, his fame was sung in all of the land, and Cormac deemed him worthy still to wed his fair daughter on Tara's green hill. Yet Grainne sat with a troubled mind, her father's will was not of her kind. Though fionn was noble, famed and true, her heart grew cold, her spirit withdrew. She thought of years that would stretch so long beside an old man once fierce and strong. Though crowned in glory, his youth was past, and Grainne feared her joy would not last. Then through the hall a warrior came, Diarmuid of the Fianna's name. Bright was his face, his form was fair, a golden star in the torchlight's glare, and on his brow shone the fateful spot, a charm of love the gods had wrought. Her heart leapt up, her breath grew thin, a restless fire awoke within. She watched him laugh, beheld his grace, the firelight dancing upon his face. No lord nor prince could match him there, no knight so proud, no youth so fair. Her heart was seized, her soul ensnared, for him alone she only cared. Though pledged to fionn, her spirit cried, her love for Diarmuid could not be denied. She filled the cups of the hall with a binding spell, till every man in sleep silence fell. But Diarmuid stood bewildered near, and Grainne spoke, her voice sincere. Oh Diarmuid, my love, hear my burning plea. My heart does belong to none but thee. I wish not be bound to fionn's long years, but to walk with you through hopes and fears. He bowed his head in loyal strife, for Finn he'd served near all his life. But her beauty shone and her guise was laid, his will was bent, his heart betrayed. Her words became a binding guise, a spell of love through her shining eyes. So hand in hand with hearts alight, they fled together in Ireland's night. They ran throughout the night and day, through field and forest, glen and brae, pursued by the Fianna and fionn grand, for their bold deed throughout the land. Through Connacht's hills and Leinster's plain, through Munster wild and Ulster's main, from rocky coast to midland moor, the hunt drove on from shore to shore. Seasons passed and years rolled on, through bitter frost and summer's dawn. Though weary feet and fear were near, their love grew stronger year by year. At last they came to Ben Bulben's height, lives no more. But Fionn stood still, his anger grim, his heart held naught but wrath within. Shall I now heal the man, he cried, who stole my bride, my trustified? Then Oscar spoke, and Oisin too. Shame on the deed you now would do, for once he stood at your right hand and fought for honour in Ireland's land. Oh, Father, turn, let mercy be, and show the grace men look to see. For battles fought and blood once shared, heal him now, let his life be spared. Then Fionn at last his anger stayed, and sought to heal young Diarmuid the brave. He brought the draught, the heat